new Mountain Blade Warband campaign. As you know, as Mountain Warblade goes, this game is kind of old, but it's still amazing in its own right. Alright, well, for people who haven't played it before, obviously you pick male and female, and it's based in the medieval times, so obviously the female is going to be, I guess I would say, more stricken. It's just going to be a lot harder to play as a female. Alright, if you go with Impoverished Noble, you will get 100 renown right off the bat if you're a male, 50 for female. And if you go Traveling Merchant, of course that gives you trade skills, obviously Warrior, Strength, Hunter, and Steep Nomad in the beginning is, I think, is the best one to get, because you get like 4 riding or 3 riding depending on what other personalities that you pick. But I'm gonna go Steep Nomad. Okay, page at a nobleman's court. Actually, let's go with Craftsman Apprentice, then a Squire, then Lust for Money and Power. Alright. Most people say on most videos that you see that you do not want to build up your charisma, but I always at least have 8 charisma and at least 3 leadership. I don't know why, but that is always a good set off to go with. And usually the main skills that I always pick is Power Strike, Trainer, and Surgery, and Wound Treatment, because those are one of the best things to get, as well as Persuasion and Prisoner Management. So let's go ahead and assign these points. There we go, we got 1 point left. Leadership. Alright, now depending on what you want, you pick whatever, but I am going to go with Archery. Can't go wrong with Archery. Knights. Knight Farquaad. Dumbass name. Alright. Now, this game has been known to get people very mad. And if you look online on YouTube and such, you'll see people throwing their computers around and their consoles. Alright, what I do is I always usually go through randomize until I find a good face texture that looks good, and just go from there. So I'm gonna change the skin a little bit, but his eyes are a little messed up. They all look a little ragged. Oh man, that was a good one. Alright, that one's good enough. We'll go with that. This actually looks like a good character already. Alright, we're good. I usually decrease the age all the way down, because if you have your age at a higher level, in the context, when you go to fight lords, they'll call you boy, but if you're bring your age all the way up, they'll call you, you know, oh, old man, blah blah blah. You know how it goes. Alright, let's start. Alright, one good thing to always do is go Praven, just because Praven's not gonna have strong bandits. So, because as you know, the Nords have Sea Raiders, and the Rhodics have Mountain Bandits, and the Sarnath Sultanate have Desert Bandits, and the Khajiit Khanate have their Horseman Bandits, which really aren't good at all to go around. And the Vaegrs have Tundra Bandits. So let's go ahead and go Praven. Yeah. Look at this, yes. I kind of like the texture of how they did everything through here. It looks nice. you know, as nice as the game from 2010 can look. God, when's Bannerlord gonna come out? Oh shit, I missed twice already. Alright, now here comes this guy coming in here and he's gonna give us a quest. Alright. Usually always take the beginning quest just because he gives you 100 dinars. That 100 dinars will actually help you a good bit so you can get a little bit of an army going. Usually always go over to Asgard because they do have good soldiers, the SWATians. Alright guys, so we've made it to Calradia, and I'm gonna show you all the good landmarks to have. Now, Maras Castle is always a good castle to have if you're going between Swati and the Rhotics, but it is a good main pathway to have. As well as Yalen. Yalen is always a good city to have. Alright, now since this is a series, I'm gonna wait on y'all's comments to see what y'all want, or what, you know, what tutorials y'all need, or any questions that y'all have, because I know not many people have this game up anymore, or broadcast this game. Alright, let's get going. Ooh, bandits almost caught me there. Ooh, looters. You could take looters. Eight versus 11. Alright, since all we have is recruits, I'm gonna go make sure that that when they get here, all of the recruits don't die. Alright, they're not even wearing shirts. Oh man, that was a good battle though. Cut them down. Gory. Awesome. Alright, now usually those rusty falcons are a little bit better than the sword that you start out with, so I'm gonna replace that. Always usually take the beginning armor and put it on, because why not? It's 3 points. Take everything just to sell it. Alright. Let's see, where are we gonna go? Let's go get some Nords. Alright, now, if you don't know this game, the Nords are basically the Vikings, or the Nords. I'm a little mixed up between Swatia and the Rhotics, but I'm pretty sure Swatia is, almost like Ireland-ish type soldiers, and then the Rhodics are the English. The Saranid Sultanate is obviously, you know, almost like Egyptians, you know, the Sand People. Alright, the Kyrgyz Khanate are the Mongols, and I'm thinking that the Vaegars are like the Germans. Almost. Something like that. Somewhere along those lines. But, alright, let's get going. Alright, so the Nord soldiers are extremely good footmen. You do not want to go on a foot battle with the Nords. Their castles are usually always fortified during the later games, which you'll see once I get to it. But usually, their castles are always thick and just built out. I'll show you the capital city of the Nords real quick. And this is the king, King Ragnar, just like in freaking Vikings. Alright, let's see if he has a task for us. Okay, he wants us to kill one of the murderers on one of these villages. Always do the quest for the king, even if it's kind of hard, because you always want that good renown, because right now I only have 11 character renown. So, even if I only had like 80 renown, and as most people would know that play this game, you have to have around like 140 to maybe 200, depending. You could get in at 100 if you work with the king and get relationship points. Alright, we're just getting some Nords. And usually what you want to do is attack forest bandits, because forest bandits are the weakest bandits out of all of the factions bandits. And more than not, usually the main castles that will be open for you once they start going to war are Darchios Castle, Tilbot, Dramag, and Renyar are usually the most sieged castles, just because Swati is on a border with everyone. So usually those might be the main castles that you'll get right off the front. And sometimes what you want to do is when they go and siege the castle, they'll only leave like 10 to 20 people in the castle. So if you're trying to get a castle quick in the game so you can go to a lord immediately, then you could do that. But it's not recommended, because then you'd have to put soldiers in it, and it's just you don't have that much manpower to be able to give up soldiers like that right now. You'd have like 400 recruits just get murdered. Let me check who is on right now. Oh, okay. If anybody's listening or anything, comment on the thing so I can see who you are. I can't see while I'm playing, I guess. I'll have to check that out. Alright, let's get it going. Ooh. Jarl Eirik of the Kingdom of Nords has renounced his oath to the kingdom and going to the Kingdom of Rhodix. Oh wow. Already? Somebody's already fucking leaving? That's stupid. Oh, can't cuss on the internet, huh? I'll edit it out. Alright, so we gotta go to Aulilon. Okay, now usually when you go to the village to get to murderer who killed whoever or done something to whichever lord, more than not you're gonna get bad relations with that village and you won't be able to recruit from them. But you can go to the village elder and go ahead and ask him for a quest, which I will show you now. Usually the village elder is just standing around somewhere. Oop, right here. Okay, do you have any quests I can help you with? Okay, the bandits are messing with them and he wants us to go kill them, I think. Oh, teach them how to defend themselves. Okay, never mind. Durr. So now we can train these people, these farmers to be warriors, and we will get some honor out of that, actually, because when they come to raid the village, alright, found. They'll always be hiding somewhere and they'll just say nervous man. Those of you who play this game will know that. Alright, let's train these peasants. 10 hours. Okay. Start the practice fight. One of them thinks they are worthy. Come on, boy. Come get some. Come get some. You know you want some. Where you at? Start the practice fight. By the way, I use no mods. No mods at all. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're just training these peasants until the bandits show up again, and once the bandits show up, then we're gonna go ahead and kill them, get the honor, and that will be that. And we'll get some honor, and that'll probably be the first episode, and I'm gonna start and actually do some training tips. I'm gonna knock this guy straight to heaven, guys. Straight to heaven. Yeah, it does take quite a bit. Waya Castle has been besieged. That's all the way over here. I think after this one, the bandits will come. Ooh. Wow, it's taking forever. I might have to skip some of this time. Shit. Alright, here we go. Normally what you want to do is make sure they know where they're going, because most of the time they will run the wrong way and then end up getting mauled. Now you have to watch out in the beginning because any little javelin or arrow can kill you pretty easily, give you a lot of damage. That's why you got to be careful. Alright, we got that one. Alright, now this is where you get the honor. If you take it as you just do, you basically get nothing. Basically like 2 pieces of grain. So no, refuse to take it, and then it'll give you honor, and your relation will move up with them. So now, even though that I killed that one guy at their village, I still have 8 acceptive relationship points towards them. And I am starving. Or my army is, at least. Let's sell all of this. 100 points. That 100 points. Go straight there. Well, you know, golds. I hate how they call it dinars. I wish it was just called gold. Oh man, they have a tournament going. Well, you only way to really get money from the tournament is to have money to spend on the tournament. So we cannot do that right now. Let's oh shit. Let's go to the castle. Talk to y'all farm. Ooh, Reezy. He wants us to collect taxes from Reezy. Oh, send a letter to Jarl Haida. Hey, that's on our way to Reezy. How about that? That will work perfectly. Go to the castle, talk to Jarl Haida. It's always good to remember the flags of each person, because most of the time when you're besieging a city or something like that, there'll be around like 4 to 5 lords around the city, and you won't be able to click on one of them or see one of them. It's good to know the flags so you know where they're actually at. Alright, Chalbit Castle. Now, also one thing I forgot to tell you in the main screen is that sometimes lords won't give you land as a female. Just because they can't just go out and give you land. Sometimes they will, very rarely. But most of the time they will not give you land unless you're a male. Sometimes even when you're a male they don't give you land anyway. Corral was under siege? I did not even see that. Jarl Churia? Oh wait, that was Iria. We got 4,000 dinars from that, but man, whatever with him. I'm taking that shit. I'm taking that. He ain't getting that back. Nope. Dang. Okay, now, if you hear me curse, I apologize. I'm learning not to. I have a very bad mouth. But I'm learning not to, because you know, internet can't say stuff like that. Don't want to offend anybody. Ooh, King Ragnar. Boom. Right, Farquaad, about the task. I found him. Okay, now he could give us 300 dinars, but I won't accept it because that would give us more relationship points. That is blood money, sire. Alright, let's ask him again. Do it a couple times because sometimes it'll give you something. Jarl Riemel. That is always a good guy to have good favor with. He has a bit of renown as well. One of the very good ones to get good renown for and or marry their daughter is Jarl Turia and Jarl Iria. Jarl Iria more than not, because Jarl Turia has 859 renown or something like that. Ooh. And Iria has about like 1,000, I think. Oh snap. I think I just ran into the wrong deserters. I think hopefully these are horsemen. Because if they are, I am dead. Okay, I think we're good. What are they, Nord warriors? Oh shoot. Oh man, this is bad. Oh damn, I'm about to die? Jeez. Yeah, that was a tight squeeze. Okay, but this is the very beginning of this YouTube channel, the very first episode. But stay tuned and I'm gonna keep broadcasting. We're gonna go into our next video, which is a tutorial guide about how and what soldiers to build while you're in the beginning. It's the best combination as you see me collecting soldiers here. But alright, I will see you here in a little bit if you go to see my next video. Alright, thanks for viewing. Oh, and also like and share to your friends if you like this video. Alright.